another group of Shabby Chic cards for you. And I'm not a blue person, but I'm happy with how these came out. Oh, excuse me. Here we go. Man, did I do a lot of layering and distressing on this card. You know, I hate to just go pointing out everything, but obviously I have lace on either edge. I have this distress paper and some, this was actually a flower applique. I cut it in half, and I tucked some here and I tucked some here, and you can see my Wild Orchid Craft and Recollection and flower appliques, and there's a nice piece of lace here that pokes out on the other side, but I covered most of it up. Clock from my stash and an applique bow. There's actually a paper doily back here. My cute little Tilda, and I did use a little bit of the Nouveau drops. I'm learning how to use those, and I did the little heart. I used the Nouveau drops. My cute little Tilda. I just love this one. I love them all. She pops up like on that pretty trim, a little flat back trim, and there's the sentiment area. So that's card number 1. All right, card number 2 is this little Tilda. And again, you know, like I said, these are Shabby Chic cards. So a lot of distressing, a lot of layering, beautiful papers. You can see the clock back here on this one. I've got some corrugated board poking out, a doily. You could see how dimensional this is. My flower cluster, there's a key in the cluster, and then there's a lock right here underneath my Tilda. This is just really a random butterfly that was in my stash. I used some pretty blue and white lace around the edge. I've got some lace poking out there and poking out here, and I have some appliques underneath my flower cluster. Pops up on white pearl trim, more distressing, and that's card number 2. Card number 3 is this one, and this one does not have any lace all around the edge. I used more of that flower. Here comes my cat. No. Applique. I did use a Spellbinders die cut. After I had colored up my Tilda, I cut her out with this die, and I used Copics to color this and this at the bottom. I used some kind of texture paste on my corrugated board. I've got lace poking out here. Just lots of layers and distressing and doilies and all kinds of stuff. I love how she turned out, and I used my Nouveau drops in the flower centers there. Another one of those butterflies from my stash. The doily, square doily here, a round doily there, and she pops up that pretty blue wood type of paper, distressed. And that is card number 3. I failed to mention on my previous video that I do sell all my cards on eBay. All the links are in the description box down below. I hope you feel inspired, or that you just enjoy looking at these cards. And I always appreciate you stopping by. And if you want to leave me a comment, I really love that. I read all the comments. I'll give you a thumbs up. That lets you know I actually did read it. And I'm very grateful that you're here. All right. I hope you have a happy, scrappy day. Bye.